Right, well, good morning. I'm live on YouTube and I forgot I'm in the wrong room. Gents, I'm going to move out, go downstairs quickly and I'll speak to you guys later.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
There we go. Now I'm in my live broadcast room. There we can see some other Skymatix guys getting ready to fly. Good morning, Uncle John.
Hello, you're not streaming yet?
No, I'm streaming on YouTube. I just moved here. You will get your stream local just now. There you go. There's your stream for local.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That is Charles de Gaulle. And not many aircraft here today. Anyway, guys, just for the record, we are in the new 6.2b version of X-Plane. The clouds look so much better. Really impressed. For default clouds, these guys are amazing. Morning, Archibras, and morning, Geert. At least I'd said your morning on text already. Guys, welcome. This is it. So, what the other thing I did, let's just see if we can get a more top-down view. The other thing I did, if you just look in the distance there, you can see I quickly enabled my AutoOrthos overnight just for Europe, so that I can play with it in the beta as well. One of the users picked up on a problem with orthos in the beta, and then we found it's in the normal version of X-Plane as well. So I suggested he make a forum post for the guys, or at least the developer making AutoOrtho, so he can fix it at Birmingham International in the United States. Believe it or not, looks terrible. So it's there, and I need to start setting up because otherwise I'm going to be way behind.
But when you're able, can you explain further what the problem is that you found with AutoOrthos?
Uncle John, the problem is at certain airports, it doesn't bring in the actual tile, and it actually overwrites X-Plane to such an extent that it's only water. You only have water. There's no other properties. And then you've got the scenery in and on top of the water or in the water. And then you go deep sea diving, basically. And I mean, it's landlocked. There's no water there. You can go to Birmingham International in X-Plane when you have AutoOrthos loaded. You'll see it looks terrible. Let me quickly see. It was mentioned here in Discord. That's how I picked it up. I think it was in the X-Plane 12 chat. Yeah. Look quickly. Just go to the side down. Go down to the X-Plane 12 chat room, and then you'll see there's two photos there that was placed there. It's just water.
Okay. I mean, don't forget, I'm talking with the developer.
Yeah, well, yeah, I told the user to go and log a ticket on the GitHub, on the support page, which I hope he did. And then obviously, go have a look. Then you can mail the guy and say to him, listen, this is what we found.
I'll look at that.
Yeah, Archibras, we largely in fact, completely got rid of our ortho tiles. We dependent on AutoOrtho now. And I must be honest with you, I know of 2 airports now where this problem exists. So I think it's easy enough now that we've got the ear of the developer, to just speak to him and let him fix it, because it should be an easy fix, man. That can't be too difficult. Right, I need to start setting up here. Right, you go there. I don't think we need a pushback, do we? What's that thing? I don't know if that thing is actually going to pull away. That's the only thing. Because theoretically, shouldn't need one, but let's make one. Just ask the pushback guy. Good morning, Steve. Welcome.
Run to cockpit. Blood knowledge. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Morning, yes.
Good morning.
Six.
Charles de Gaulle traffic, Skymatix 04, taxi to runway 27 left via Bravo, Quebec, Bravo 1 and Quebec.
Charles de Gaulle traffic, Scotty 014, follow company traffic to 27.
Right. Remember on my stream I mentioned there's like a dead spot somewhere. I see a couple of guys have mentioned the dead spot now. On the forum as well as here. I've tagged Zibo, he's aware of it. I don't know if this is something Zibo can fix or if this is just an explained thing, but it's like I can show you what I think is happening. It's like there's an overlay. Now if you look at this overlay, right? If I go put it anywhere there, they changed it. Damn it, they changed it. No, it's not changed. You see, once there's something in between me and the switches, I can't use it. See, I have to pull this thing away. Now, let me show you this. Even if I hide it, I can't click through it. It's hidden, you can't see it, but it's actually still there, right? And I think, me personally, this is just my opinion, and I might be completely wrong. I think that there's something that Laminar put on the screen, maybe for testing purposes or something, some overlay, you know, that they forgot to hide. And that's why sometimes you click in it and nothing happens. You know, you can't click buttons. And then in me and my wisdom, I said, you know, if you just change the zoom or if you just move left and right, you know, a little bit, then all of a sudden the click spots are back. You can use them. So just bear that in mind. It's a beta, and I think that is something that Laminar did, and they need to take it away. They did something weird there. Good morning, Neil. Steve, at the very end when it went black, I'm pretty sure I actually said what happened in the stream. But basically what happened was the X-plane crashed out. So we were... I was doing a replay or trying to do a replay, and the next moment it just went poof, and the replay kicked us out. And then the screen just went black and we stopped the stream. You know, it was right at the very end. If it happened at any point in time other than that, then it's not on our side. Then you need to go check the stream again and maybe check YouTube or something. I don't know. Antonio, are you here? Oh no, he's upstairs. Okay, doesn't matter.
Ground flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Yeah, you see, Neil, I agree with you. I saw your last message now. I think it's an explained thing. I don't think that something Zibo is involved with or anything. It's just, bless you. It was one of those things. Right. So, SDKP. think. Yeah.
Charge the Gaulle traffic, Skymatix 04, line up and take off, runway 27 left.
Enjoy, Kevin.
The Gaulle traffic, Alpine Trevor, Charlie Bravo, crossing runway 26 right, and then taxiing terminal to Bravo 16.
I know why. I know why. I know why. Relax. Ah. I've been talking too much. There's Kevin. Bye-bye, Kevin. Oh, that's going to be a lovely approach if ATC doesn't come and give us vectors.
And Charles de Gaulle traffic, Skymatix 052, taxiing to the runway 27 left via Bravo and Quebec Bravo 7 for the whole point, runway 27 left.
Ready for pre-flight procedure. Trim up.
Captain has turned the fasten seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt. Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until all carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins
Ground
are
to
closed
cockpit.
and all
Tow is driving up.
Right, I'm literally just waiting for IRS alignment, then we go. Four minutes.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Before start procedure. Before start procedure complete. Ready for before start checklist. Before start checklist. Papers. Flight deck door. Closed and locked. Fuel. 6,591 kg on board. Pumps on. Passenger signs. On. Window. Locked. MCP. Speed 150. Heading 264. Altitude 29,000. Takeoff speeds. V1 135. V rotate 143. V2 150. CDU pre-flight. Complete. Rudder and aileron trim. Free and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing. Complete. Anti-collision light. On. Before start checklist complete.
Charles de Gaulle Tower, good morning, Skymatix 001. We are pushing back from Victor 4. And if I say tower, it was because I am off asleep. I hope I didn't say that. I promise you that slipped out.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Right.
Engine start procedure.
And Charles de Gaulle traffic, Skymatix 052, lining up and taking off runway 27 left.
Waiting for the command to start sequence.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Thank you, Linda.
$25 and 2. Starter cutout. Starting number 1 engine. Flaps 5 set.
Hey, there goes David. Enjoy, David.
And 2. Ready for before taxi procedure. Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Standby.
Before taxi procedure. Before taxi procedure complete. I am ready for before taxi checklist. Before taxi checklist.
tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal of the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Probe heat. On. Anti-ice. Wing anti-ice off. Engine anti-ice off. Isolation valve. Auto. Engine start switches. Continuous. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. Rejected takeoff. Engine start levers. Idle detent. Flight control. Flaps 2 set. Flaps 5 set. Checked. Flaps. Flaps 5 set. Green light. Detent. Ground equipment. Clear. Before taxi checklist complete. Ready for taxi.
Gaulle traffic Skymatix 001, taxi from Victor 4 via Alpha and Quebec, holding for the runway 27.
Taxi lights on.
Thank you, Linda. See the little link road there is called Quebec 11. If my eyes are good enough to read that small print, but it looks like it. Ah, now you come and open the tower. Yo. The Gaulle Tower, good morning. Skymatix 001, we're taxiing to the holding point for runway 27.
Hello, can I have your feed Skymatix 001, please?
Stand by a second. We're going to go off runway 27 and left on the OKASI 5 Alpha standard instrument departure, sir.
Okay, it's clear. You can continue your taxi with Quebec to holding point Quebec 4 if you want.
Thank you, sir. We'll go to Quebec 4, Skymatix 001.
And squawk 1000, please. Skymatix 001.
Will do. Squawk 1000, Skymatix 001.
Thanks.
Wish they wouldn't do that.
Take a Papa request pushback.
Lufthansa 12 Echo Papa, clear to person. Bravo 2, face east, and clear to start.
What did I want to do? Vipers. Uncle John, I don't mind him doing what he did just now. what I do mind is when the guys come up and then they want you to do a complete IFR clearance with them. You're done. We're done. You know, according to where we are on the taxiway, we're done. We don't want to get a...
Bravo 2, face east.
Hold on. We don't want the clearance now. We've got clearance. We just need to get to the runway and take off.
Agreed.
So what this guy did here this morning, I mean, I love it. He did, in my books, he did right.
Makes a change.
Yeah. A good change, I must be honest. Excellent. One thing I find interesting here is I started with really good frame rates and I'm down to like 24 FPS now. Weird. This is Payware scenery. I hope there isn't a memory leak or something. Quebec 2, 3 and 4. Now see the FPS here at the bottom left. You guys can't see it, it's a bit obscured for you. It's gone up to 37 again now. I don't know, man. Weird. And the moment it dips, I can feel it. It's like somebody pulls a handbrake on the system. There is Quebec 3, and then we go Quebec 4 next.
Gaulle Tower, bonjour, is 5745 with you, ready to...
Swift 5745, Iris, have you 5?
Gaulle Tower, bonjour, Swift 5745 on taxiway Charlie, clearance IFR to our destination, Marseille 5.
Swift 5745, what is your seat, please?
It was unreadable, could you repeat this 5745?
Swift 5745, what is your seat, your departure, please?
I choose the Lafra 5 Echo from runway 26 right.
Okay, it's correct, Swift 5745 and Squawk 1000. You can continue your taxi with Charlie and Tango to Tango 11 if you want.
Before takeoff procedure complete.
Charlie and Tango, we have
ready for before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist.
5745.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 green light.
Flaps 5 set. Green light. Detent.
And Lufthansa 1 to Echo Papa request taxi.
Stabilizer trim. 5 units set.
Lufthansa 12 Echo Papa, clear to taxi with Bravo and Quebec Bravo 9 to Quebec 5 if you want.
So taxi to runway 27 left via Bravo, Quebec and Quebec 5 for Lufthansa 1 to Echo Papa.
Correct, Lufthansa 12 Echo Papa, call me back on hold point.
Tower Skymatix 001, ready for takeoff runway 27 left.
Skymatix 001 clear to line up and take off runway 27 left, 1258, 12 knots.
Thank you, sir. We're lining up, taking off runway 27 left, Skymatix 001.
Stabilized. Approaching 27 left.
Takeoff.
Set time. On runway 27 left. Takeoff thrust set. Throttle hold. V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Get up. Autopilot on. She doesn't recognize my voice on that one.
Autopilot 1 on. Acceleration altitude.
Skymatix 001 airborne, passing 2,100 feet.
Skymatix 001, you can pass on Unicom 122.8. Goodbye, have a nice flight.
Thank you for your ATC, sir, and thank you for the way you handled it. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good day, Skymatix 001.
Thank you, goodbye.
After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist. Oh man.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds. Approaching transition. On. Packs. Auto. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Transition altitude. Up. No light. Detent. Altimeters.
Standard set.
Standard set. Cross-checked. After takeoff checklist complete.
And there we are, on our way. In the milk, nothing to see here. Look at those wings flapping.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off.
lift off shortly. However, for your own safety, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt loosely fastened in case of any unexpected turbulence. We have an excellent team on board today, and we are all happy to offer you any assistance you may require throughout the flight. Our in-flight entertainment has begun.
Good morning, Stewart. Welcome. Yeah, no, these clouds are actually really nice. They did a good job, man. They did a really good job. Take some screenshots here. Much more believable, I promise you that. So there's about an hour left in this flight, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and feel free to chat. I mean, you don't have to be quiet, for sure. Talk your talk, man. Yes, yeah. I actually switched the AutoOrtho for Europe on overnight. Because we had issues from another user that we were investigating, and well, so far so good. Seems to be isolated to certain airports where AutoOrtho does not work properly. But the one is in North America, another one is in South America. So, yeah, in Europe, so far so good.
I think it has to be said, Nico, people have to realise that AutoOrtho was designed for XP11.
Yes.
When XP12 is concluded, no more betas, then any changeover to make it totally acceptable to 12, the author will deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. Stuart, I only get stutters when I use the non-default providers. Like for instance, what's that other one? Arc. Arc is beautiful, but the stutters because they probably throttle the downloads and, you know, limit us that way. So in the default provider, it seems fine. Oh yeah, well, my one's fine. I suppose it depends on the internet speed then or something. But I know it doesn't work for everybody, which is a shame. Because for me it's a treat. Yeah, but it's not about the last mile, okay? That speed you're talking about is last mile speeds. wherever that data center is that is servicing you, that is giving you, there's probably 20 or 30 hops in between you and that data center, and any one of those switches can have a problem. For all you know, one of those switches might be routing the information through Siberia or Hong Kong, you know, and you won't know. So anything's possible. Here in my house, I tell you, you guys have heard my son play his first-person shooter games. I don't know what happened the last week again already, but I mean, he is suffering like hell, even with local servers, or supposedly local servers. The lag, the ping is so high on some of these servers, it's almost impossible to play those games anymore. So clearly it's a down-the-line issue. It's something, you know, maybe one of the satellite balloons went out of orbit, you know. I don't know. We don't know. It's something happened, but you know, I have to wait it out, and it's frustrating. Because you phone your ISP, that ISP says, no, it's the guy upstairs. You phone that guy, he says, no, it's the guy upstairs, you know. How far do you want to chase it? If you don't have somebody on the inside that can actually really tell you, it's almost impossible. I mean, my ISP, I don't know if it was a year or 2 years ago now, they were lying through their teeth. Or maybe that's a wrong way of saying it. Maybe management didn't tell the call center what the real problem was. It took us like 3 weeks to figure out the problem was in Kenya, and the Google facilities in Kenya just couldn't handle the punch from South Africa anymore. It was, you know, outdated, too little, you know, and you know, in the meantime, the ISP was making us reset routers and running around chasing our own tails like nobody's business, but they knew. I mean, management at least knew it was a Google problem in Kenya. You know, 3 weeks later, you're just patient. You read the right newspaper and the article at the right time, and you say, ah. So I wasn't going crazy. So either the left hand doesn't tell the right hand what it's doing, or they just lie, you know. Yeah. Unfortunately, the joys of dealing with ISPs. One of the big problems is if they acknowledge it's them, you know, they open themselves to litigation. So they train their people to lie. They train their people to deflect as much as possible. Until you can prove otherwise, you'll never hear the truth. Yeah, everything. We're just talking about ISPs, but that's just how it is. It's become too easy to litigate. It's become too easy to just sue somebody and to make a problem, and then it costs money and time to defend yourself or to prove the other guy wrong or whatever. It's just, it's gone crazy.
To level off.
Now that is pretty. No, Stewart. No, I've used descent now and altitude intervention a few times in the tests. I haven't picked up on anything yet. Not on my system. The only issue we have with the latest beta is there's something hidden on the screen, and if you click in the wrong spot, you click on it and then nothing works. So what you need to do is you need to move slightly left or right, up, down, or change the zoom level, and then it's like you can click through. Then it's like it takes that layer that's hidden on the screens away. So my best guess is that Laminar enabled some or other debug tool, and instead of removing it, they are hiding it. And by hiding it, it creates, you know, this ghost that we can't see, but it's there. But okay, silly question, stupid question, I know. But did you set your MCP lower? Because two things happen, and it all depends on whether you've got your VNAV basic or VNAV common, or whether you've got VNAV alt installed, right? And if you don't set your MCP lower and you don't enable VNAV again, that button is dead. The descent now, and that button is dead until you reactivate your VNAV and you're at a lower level and then click the button. So I've got myself a little bit. This thing is getting so real and too real in a certain aspect for us simmers, because you've got to keep track of which one you're at. You see, so which one you're using and all those other things. Okay. Yeah, then I don't know. That's about the time you say bloody computers. You just shake your head, you know. Hey, Antonio.
Hey.
How are you? Well, Stewart, remind me, then we can do it here as well. We'll use descent now and then see what we can see. Antonio?
Yes?
I just wanted to say thank you for your NOAA weather plugin, because I'm using it again now in this beta.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm lost without the proper METAR information, and this little widget is magic. This plugin is wonderful.
I'm more and more impressed with those clouds, Nicker.
Oh, yes.
Information, operator 059 outbound Lomed, direct hybrid, Fiumicino Airport, establish fire level SU-17.
Now, I can tell you one thing, if I didn't have X-Enviro, I could live with these clouds. I promise you, this is really super. It will be, Scotsman. It will definitely be in the long run. Remember, they don't support betas, right? But I mean, it doesn't mean that they're not fiddling with it and checking where it's going and then so on. So, according to their roadmap, their first priority was to get all the bugs sorted in 12. The second priority is to match whatever was done in X-Plane 11. The third priority is then to add new features. Okay, now we've already seen the addition of SimBrief, which was something that was quickly put in there. And speaking of the devil, hello, good morning. How are you doing, Andre? So yes, in a nutshell, Scotsman, regarding your question, it's a matter of time, buddy. It's just a matter of time. Well, I'm glad you did. Did you see the one we did in 2020, though? The one you asked me about? I mean, you never told me you actually saw it, so I am curious whether you did. And sorry, the dog just jumped on me. Let me just put her out of the microphone's way. Hold on. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's a challenge. We like challenges, eh? Forgot you can't set it while you're in that view. Doesn't sound like it's making a difference. That's better. I've placed it in numerous places, but there you go. Take a screenshot quickly or come back later. There they are. Anyway, just remember one thing. I'm using an AMD RX 6700 XT. And the difference between AMD and NVIDIA is substantial. Okay, I can't use it without Zink, and it's taken a while to get to this performance. So at the end of the day, you're still going to have to play with your own settings, but that's what I use. I'm saying nothing. What? That's what I will flight. Yeah, look, Stuart, you can't just go on what Tom's hardware says or one of these benchmarking things says. One of the underlying problems with X-Plane is X-Plane itself does not like AMD drivers at all, or AMD graphics. It hates it. It's just not made for it, okay? And what they say basically is it's because AMD is not keeping up with the OpenGL bridge. That is why Laminar then went and made Zink available to us, because Zink takes care of that bridge. The upside is now I've got really good performance all of a sudden, but I lost my X-Plane 11. My X-Plane 11 was useless. I deleted it off my system, you know, with a big heartache. I didn't want to get rid of it, and it's just because of AMD, you know. So you've got a hell of an advantage using NVIDIA with X-Plane compared to AMD. Good morning, Vasily.
Nico?
Yes, sir?
Did you try to dial a working VOR on the primary?
No, I haven't done it in a long time, eh?
Yeah. I think we have a problem, an issue in the standby VOR instrument, that it's not working. I mean, he thinks we have no VOR working while we have in the navigation display.
Okay.
Just check if you want, please, so we see if it's me or...
Okay, well, what I'm doing is I'm tuning to 1088, which is the Mike Romeo Mike Marseille Provence VOR, okay?
Yeah.
So I've got that. Will enable VOR. And this is on VOR anyway. Okay. And VOR is on there. So I've got it tuned both sides now. So we'll see when we get closer.
Okay.
Hey Neil, you're a good pilot, and you like the challenges. Even I like it. It's nice watching your videos. I put them on here on my YouTube many times during the day when I sit and I'm working remote here, and it's good entertainment. The pity is you can't even see when I like it. I like them, you know, click the like, thumbs up, but it doesn't tell you who likes it. So anyway, that's the only pity about YouTube. Right, okay, so let's continue.
Bonjour, Yann, c'est Vanna, parking club, et je roule le point d'attente.
We want to...
Bye.
.5, and we need to descend 2000.
Tonico disregard my input because actually Avignon has just the DME and not the VR, so it's not.
Alright, you're broadcasting on Unicom, by the way, Antonio.
Yeah, I always do. I always do this.
Okay, because both standby and NDs have just come alive. You can see on my stream the VORs running.
Yeah. I just tried to switch to another VOR and it's working. So it's
cool.
Just the one I was as just the DME.
Yeah.
Commandant, Foxtrot uniforme hôtel, point d'attente 19, je m'aligne et je décolle.
Stewart, my settings happen to be what they are after a lot of testing. So if something changed in the interim, I wouldn't know about it because I just leave my settings. As long as I get more than 20 FPS anywhere in the X-Plane world, I'm happy, and that's about the best settings I could come up with as you saw them.
Panda, Foxtrot uniforme hôtel, vente arrière 19, je déploie complet, point touché. Fabio guys, heading on Unicom.
Yeah, no, they look pretty. I'm just glad that stupid, that blurred curtain is gone, at least on my stream. I see someone mentioned today on one of the Facebook groups, they still get that blurred curtain wall or whatever you want to call it in the clouds, but on my side it's mostly gone. I haven't seen a single one since Beta 2 came out. And we've seen some middle fingers and all kinds of other kind of displays, but we haven't seen that one yet again. Okay, okay. Yeah, you would know, eh? I've only flown what you guys have seen, and maybe 1 or 2 flights in between. So I haven't done as many as you have, eh? Or in the places you've gone to. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Neil.
Je quitte par le sud-est, direction Sierra Leone, pour un transitement tout à l'heure.
Ooh, check the lightning in the background.
Foxtrot Golf Marseille pour la 36.
Almost there, getting closer. Top of descent is there already on the screen. That's 58. 50 now. 49 nautical miles for top of descent.
Ready for descent procedure.
Descent procedure.
Descent procedure. Descent procedure
Et
complete.
Lyon bon du Foxtrot Uniforme Hotel, Lionel Savada, on est vertical 2000 pieds sur Sierra Alpha en VFR spécial et pour une verticale tour à 2000 pieds.
Ready for descent checklist.
Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Landing altitude 100 set. Recall. Auto brake. Set. Landing data. V reference 149. Minimum sparrow 351 set. Approach briefing. Complete. Descent checklist complete.
Yeah. Yeah, on this approach, I hope the ATC will leave us to fly this approach. This is such a nice approach coming in. And we'll have those mountains on the right hand side for finals. Not these ones specifically, but the ones that are coming up.
Du Foxtrot Uniforme Hotel vertical 2500 pieds, on va se reporter en vente arrière 16 avant de retourner sur Saint-Ex, le temps de que l'épaisse couche nuageuse se dégage par le nord.
Approach top of descent.
Marseille traffic, Skymatix 052 on approach for runway 31 right, passing 10,000 feet.
Bon, descente unique en modèle pente arrière 16 pour un toucher, puis à l'issue, virage gauche, route Massera. Il faut le produire en modèle final 16 intouché. Oxford unique en modèle en montée initiale sur Bron, piste 16. Je quitte le circuit à l'est par route Massera. Allez, ouais, à Val.
That's the airport over there, right? So we're going to cross over, turn around, come back, and the mountain should be somewhere here around about. I'm not sure exactly how far they are, but it's going to be on our right. Good morning, Tommy. Welcome. Don't worry, sir. Rather late than never, so I'm glad to see you. Glad you made it.
In Marseille traffic, Skymatix 052 established in ILS for runway 23 right, 6 miles.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches on.
Scotsman, what do you think of this? Look at this. This is impressive, eh? Very impressive for default stuff, I must be honest. Wow.
Approaching transition. Transition level. Ready for approach checklist.
Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters. 2NH1014 set. Altitude passing 5,561 now. Approach checklist complete.
Thank you, Tommy.
Flaps 5 set. Thousand to level off.
Marseille traffic Skymatix 001. We are turning onto the ILS for runway 32 right.
In that case, up to pushing back.
Radio altimeter.
Flaps 15 set. Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing.
Marseille traffic Skymatix 001. We are on a 4.5 mile final.
Taxi lights on.
That's a lovely shot.
4,000.
Thank you, thank you.
Approaching 3-1 right.
500. Clear to land runway 31 right.
500. 400. Approaching decision height.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Minimum.
Minimums.
Flight slow.
200.
Yes, it's auto, yes.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reverse unlock. Speed brake up. Auto brake in use. knots. Yet. Great landing. You are professional.
What do you mean unstable? I know. We have to do what we have to do. Marseille traffic Skymatix 001, runway vacated. Thank you. Right, let's see what she says. Just a glide slope deviation. I know. I was flying VFR at the end. How's that for an answer? After landing procedure.
Shutdown procedure.
No, you dummy. Watch it, watch it. She's gonna kill me now.
All commands and checklists aborted.
After landing procedure. After landing procedure. Come on, Linda. There we go. Okay, I see that the voice recognition took the command, but we'll see what she does. Geert, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping by, man. It's nice to have you here.
Market traffic Airflight 45 uniform Lima testing or going to 7 Rule 6 Charlie.
After landing procedure.
Archibus, yeah. It's a nice tool. I don't always trust the landing rate, but it's a nice tool. It's a really nice tool.
After landing procedure complete.
Linda is an add-on. This is Linda over here. She's a co-pilot add-on that was created by Jar Design. You can buy her from the Org store, the Explain Org store, and she comes in different flavors and versions for different aircraft. This is obviously the Zibo version. There's other versions for other aircraft as well, so just go have a look there. If you train the voice well enough, and one of the problems I have is I don't have that American accent, right? So she sometimes struggles to listen to me just because she uses the Microsoft voice recognition system in your Windows. So anyway, to make a long story short, some of the commands she will follow with voice, some she won't. So that's why we use the widget here on the screen at the top left as well, you know, just to make sure that we get the command out. She's about $10 or $15. She's not very expensive, and she's got a very nice old school but still usable SOP. And yeah, I use her the way that makes me happy. So that's not gonna work. That might work. Yeah, she's. Tell you what, when you get used to it and you go fly aircraft that does not have her built in, it's weird, man. You keep on forgetting things and doing things differently, so takes some getting used to then. I love my Linda. She works for me. But we'll have to go out forward. He won't be able to push back now. Right. Shutdown procedure. Now you can do it.
Shutdown procedure.
There you go.
Just don't ask him what he thinks.
Oh, I can't hear anything you say there, Uncle John.
I said, don't ask Kevin what he thinks of Linda.
Ach, no, I mean, different strokes for different folks. Kevin doesn't like her, I know.
Kevin doesn't like anything.
Ready for shutdown procedure.
He likes his things that he likes. Listen, Zink, come to our Discord. The link is in the notes below the video. Come join us here, and then you can join the community and, you know, make friends with everybody here, and you'll learn a lot. This is a good place to come get into Explain with us.
Shutdown procedure complete.
Shutdown checklist.
Ready for shutdown checklist. Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps as required. Probe heat off. Hydraulic panel set. Flaps up. Parking brake.
Oh, I must be honest with you guys, I actually enjoyed this flight tremendously.
Traffic, F145, uniform Lima, uniform 70311, landing at
Yeah, Jacques, who made it for me, is an absolute genius. Between Jacques and George Walker, tell you what, I love my liveries. They've made excellent liveries for my Zibo. And then I've got Jeff Tichner on the Q400, and Tony on some of the other the level up and some of the Zibo liveries. I mean, the guys are absolutely stunning. But there's 4 guys that have contributed to Skymatix. Love them to bits. I'll let it go around another time while I do the rest of the stuff here.
Cut off. Weather radar. Off. IRS mode selectors. Off.
There's Uncle John's face. You're still going strong with your turkey business, Uncle John?
Ready for
Are you being personal?
No, I'm asking. There's your face. I'm teaching Zink. He's a new guy. I'm telling him that's you sitting on the side of the truck there. I'm asking if the business is good. I heard it was.
You're joking. Yeah, we're still expanding.
Okay. You've got a will to conquer, eh?
Absolutely. The world's your oyster, Nico.
Yeah. Yeah, this is also from Jar Design. This ground handling is also, this is, what's it? Ground handling deluxe from Jar Design. All right, well.
And that livery was created by George as well.
Not this one. No, this was Jacques. This was Jacques.
With my picture on the side?
Oh, no, but you have to specify. Sorry, no, we're talking two different things. No, the one with your face on the ground handling, yes, that's George Walker. Yes, you're true. You're 100% right.
An excellent stream. Love that.
Yeah. We've got a good reference now, eh, Uncle John?
No, I absolutely love that stream.
Yeah, you guys are welcome. Right, I think Linda's still doing her thing there. You too, Tommy. Goodbye. Thanks for stopping by.
Sent you a PM, Nicker.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I'll stick around, don't worry. Load. Flight.
Secure procedure complete.
Thank you, Linda. Right, well.
Secure checklist.
You do your thing, Linda.
Secure checklist. Fuel pumps.
Okay. Ladies and gents, we'll see each other either later or tomorrow, depending on what happens. Just keep an eye on this channel and then we'll see what we do. Until then, I hope you guys enjoy whatever it is that you do. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.
Off. Packs. Off. APU bleed. Off.